Hello, and welcome to the second part of the 100% Nightmare Guide. This is something you might not be super familiar with if you don't know too much about the series, but the title screen changes as you progress through the story. This one, because it uses 3D models instead of the previous, pretty much exclusively 2D drawn art, changes the most of what I've seen. Pretty much anytime you change your party or go to a new location, you will be rewarded with one of these if you save and just go back to the title screen. They're really cool. I like seeing them all. Oop, no. So yeah, this isn't even chapter 1. It's a lot of story. It's really good. Continues to be very good. This chapter is pretty much dialogue and combat. And that's all it is. There's no SP stuff. I don't even know if the chests are necessary. So I'm just going to be silent during the cutscenes, and then I'm just going to be playing like I normally play through the combat and exploring the dungeon. It's a really cool chapter. Despite being so short, it's got some really good scenes and dialogue. And the combat's great. The game continues to be amazing. I can't believe I'm not even to chapter 1 yet. I started chapter 1, and I watched the first cutscene, and I was very excited, but I knew I had to come back and do this before I could progress, because otherwise it would be hard to come back. So, yeah, enjoy the video.
1日遅れになっちまったが、久しぶりだな、2人とも。昨日は助かった。にしても、こっちはあの後手厳しく問い詰められて大変だったぜ。いつの間にかとんずらしてたお前らは知らないだろうがな。
逃げ足とサボりには自信があります。
威張るところじゃないから。
まあいい。知っての通り、ここが俺の事務所だ。で、こいつが
アニエス・クローデルです。今は2週間に1回くらいしか顔を出せていませんが、アークライド解決事務所の一員としてバンさんの助手をしています。ほうほう、昨日のアラミスの制服もあれはあれでクーだったけど、今日の私服はまた一段とキュートですな。
目立ちすぎず、それなりに動きやすく、それでいて個性も感じさせる格好。解決事務所の助手にふさわしいかもな。
ありがとうございます。ちなみにバンさんはどう思われますか？
そうだな。前の服装よりもより 4SPG 向きっつうか。何にせよ似合ってるじゃねえか。
ありがとうございます。ふん。たまにはコーヒーもいいものですな。
それはいいが、少しミルクを入れすぎじゃないか。
バンさんも角砂糖4個は入れすぎのような。
ま、細かいことは気にすんな。とりあえず改めて助手相手に自己紹介してもらうとすっかね。
俺はスウィン・アーベルだ。
ナディア・レインだよ。
以後よろしく頼む。
こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
あら、お取り込み中だったかしら。こんにちは、アークライド解決事務所の皆さん。そちらはもっと賑やかだと思っていたけれど、2人だけかしら。それでもお客さんくらいいてもおかしくはないかと思ってね。まあいいわ。そんなあなたたちに 4SPG があってね。今はそれどころじゃないのも重々承知だけど、話だけでも聞いてもらえないかしら。今回は少々特別でね、うちとマルドゥック社の合同依頼になるわ。本来は MK 側の問題なんだけど、こちらとしても無視できない状況になってね。まあ私はあくまで顔つなぎのようなものよ。詳細は向こうのスタッフに聞いてちょうだい。では悪いけどお願いするわ。
久しぶりやな、裏解決屋の兄さん。リゼットやのうてがっかりしたか？というか、うちのこと覚えとるか？へえ、兄さんが噂の裏解決屋さんか。あいにくリゼットは不在でな。3週間うちが世話させてもらうで。カシム主任のしごきはえげつないやろうけど、骨は拾ってるさかい安城決まりや。
オレドのマルドゥック本社に勤務する同僚への贈り物ですね。ちょうど来月に誕生日を迎えるので。
皆まで言わんでええで。初対面の子もおるみたいやし、改めて自己紹介させてもらうわ。リゼットの同僚のマルドゥック社サービスコンシェルジュミラベル・アールトンや。よろしゅうな。まあまあ、そう警戒せんと。むしろこれは財ファの民生化とともに一般市民にまで客層を広げた事業でな。その名もメルヘンガルテン。まあそりゃそうやろ。何せ財ファと動力ネットを利用した世界初の仮想空間サービスやさかいな。確か我が社の仮想戦闘シミュレーターはテスト済みやったな。ああ、 その再現度の高さは兄さんたちも体験した通りや。でメルヘンガルテンはそれをさらにアップデートさせたもんになる。動力ネットからデータを読み込むことでより大規模な領域が生成できるようになった上、遠く離れたユーザー同士でも同じ仮想空間に接続できるようになったことがもう一つの利点やな。つまりいつでもどこでも誰とでも行ける。それがメルヘンガルテンの世界っちゅうわけや。
今日なのに忙しいったらありゃしない。あの赤黒い風が一体何に関わってるって？ま、裏から断片的にだけどね。これがメルヒエンガルテンってやつね。確かに普通じゃない気配がするわ。やれやれ、勘違いされても困るから改めてちゃんと言っておくけど、私は由緒正しきなのよ。気安く頼っていい存在じゃないんだから。まあ確かに私はそんじょそこらのフォローとは違うけど、確かに入り組んでるわね。でも私にかかれば。プロセス完了。お望み通りルートをつないでおいたわ。これであんたの財宝を起点にすればいつでもあっちにアクセスできるわよ。ま、何があるかは保証しないけどね。そうならせいぜい気をつけなさい。
quite a long cutscene. But now I have my son. He attacks like a madman. So this is Märchen Garten. It's I assume it is the Kuro 2 equivalent of the TRC, Hajimari. They don't really cover those elements of it in this little tutorial. It's kind of just a... This kind of confirms to me that if this like run through it is scripted, or like it's pre-made areas, they're not random. So, this game's fucking awesome. It's so nice to be able to play Swin and Nadia again. They're such great characters that in Hajimari were like super underutilized. Here's another new mechanic, cross charge.
はい、さすがは MK 社というか、それだけに気をつけた方が良さそうです。
痛みにもリミッターがかけられているはずだが、何せ正常じゃないらしいからな。
リアル以上に痛かったら MK を訴えちゃうんだから。
I don't know if, because this game has a chest trophy as well. That is, I think Kuro had the same thing, where it's just a certain number. It's not it's not get all the chests. And since there are respawnable chests, ostensibly, through Märchen Garten, I don't know if that counts, or like how those work. But yeah, the music's awesome. This whole area's it's great. The combat's fun. The S-crafts are amazing. It kinda sucks that I have to, I can't use my real save file for any of this stuff. So I'll always be at the strongest at the very beginning of the chapter. So yeah, it's just going to be a lot of combat. So cross-charge, as you saw, you do a perfect dodge through an attack, you press triangle, and you switch to a, I believe it's just a random ally that has a decent amount of health, or that is not in danger, does not have a red icon on their health at the top left. That's very important, and is covered in the battle bonus video. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be playing around through these kind of the way I normally would. I don't know, because I haven't gotten to like all of the mechanics of this yet. I think my friend reminded me that there was like upgrading crafts was shown off before, and I don't remember any of that. So I'm excited to get to when you can actually do this freely, which might be like the very beginning of chapter 1. I might have been like 6 seconds away from it. But yeah, it's just such a fucking pleasure to be able to play Swin and Nadia again. Their animations are great, all their crafts are awesome. I haven't checked yet, so that's great. But she puts the bear on her head to attack. She's incredible. And so you do that, and the reward, as you can see, Agnes is glowing. They are temporarily buffed. So, the only differences I can notice, I haven't checked Nadia's craft yet, but she doesn't seem to have weak anymore, which sucks. Her unique mechanic in Hajimari does not seem to have been preserved, probably because they thought it was too busted. But the animations are so good. Big smile. It's like a dream come true being able to see these characters just run around, hang out, attack together. It's awesome. So, Swin's mechanic was preserved because it is his character. If they got rid of that, that would be fucking insane. So he has marking, you can see there. And I believe the percentages are probably the same as they were in Hajimari. But I don't know, because it doesn't list. Maybe it... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that it says it. But it should be that this one is 100% chance of marking, this one is like 70, 50-ish, and this one's like the lowest. But yeah, so his mechanic works by... And his normal attacks can also have a basic chance of marking. You get that crosshair on the enemies, and it is a status effect that is unique to him. And so now, when I follow up with his S-Craft, it is a guaranteed crit. Whatever you hit them with next is a guaranteed crit if they are marked. And it's fucking awesome. He's such a cool character. It doesn't seem like that mechanic. So, the mechanic of Märchen Garten is each zone has a unique goal that it is asking you to complete. And that was complete or defeat 3 like large enemies. Yeah, and then you get a random item of a specific type, like a ring, a chest piece, probably weapons, sepith, all kinds of stuff. And it's more stage-based.
思っていたより広いらしい。お前らの手を借りて正解だったかもな。
それを見越していたなんちゃんたちでした。
完全にただの人気だな。あ、最後まで付き合わせて。
I like the active voice continues into cutscenes, or fights now. It doesn't interrupt it. Everything just feels so smooth. But Märchen Garten is more akin to a fighting game, like arcade mode now, than the TRC was, which was just a kind of randomly generated dungeon. The same thing, you just have a little more choice in the goal you are trying to obtain, or the weapon, or whatever item you're trying to obtain, and the enemies are displayed, so it just gives you some more choice. It's neat. Obviously, I haven't gotten that far into it, so I don't know if I'll like it as much as the TRC, because the TRC had so much extra stuff. Like, the upgrading mechanics was awesome. Since there's no Valiant or Brave Rush or whatever it was called in this game, it's hard to know if I'll like this as much, just inherently. Plus, if there's no episodes or door equivalent, that's another small thing. So yeah, this is basically just going to be a lot of combat, clearing out the areas. Yeah, pretty simple. So it's a little weird to me that this chapter is not the full introduction and tutorial to Märchen Garten. It is just a small taste. And then I assume, like the TRC, it'll just be pretty much ever-present. And you'll be able to pretty much use any character you want in the TRC. I'm sure there will be moments where the story says these characters aren't available for story reasons, but for the most part, if you play the TRC, at least like exploration-wise, these zones are gonna be familiar to you. You can definitely tell my theory with Kuro was that it seemed like the people who made Hajimari were definitely not the people who worked on Kuro until the later half of the game, where Kuro really picks up and becomes amazing and really pays off all the stuff in the beginning. That's a little slower and a little messier, in my opinion. But with this one, you can tell it is a sequel game and it is a, like, very much learned from Hachimari. So hopefully this will, because I played Hachimari so much. Just messing around with the combat and the TRC, grinding for those different stones and stuff. It was an awesome experience. So I hope when I get further into this game that this really is a good successor as a more normal Kiseki game. I don't know, it seems fantastic so far. But Hachimari really brought a level of replayability that had not been in the games yet, really. So I hope this is just how these games are going to be from now on. Like, they will have the main story, but they will always have a side thing you can be doing to just mess around with the combat. She's smiling so big. She's so happy. God, what an awesome game. So I don't know, I think, so this craft heals everyone's HP, EP, and CP that's within the range except for Nadia. This one is a magic attack that does slow, and this one, I think it's a random status ailment, or it's one of a few status ailments. Nadia's not really a craft character, she's like a caster, and that's why her having weak in Hachimari was so good. But she doesn't have it anymore. So, she'll, same as Hachimari, she will still bloom late game to become a really, really good combat character. My main party in Hachimari was Reen. I think it was Reen, Laura, Celine, Nadia, Swin, and Celine was like my switch-in character. I think it was Reen Crow. Yeah. But that game was so great. Just end this. I don't know for sure if they've changed marking, because I didn't see a crit over that, so I don't know. Maybe they changed it. This would probably be another good opportunity to get the 5.0 from the battle bonus, because I'm assuming this stuff is predetermined. We could try and just get a really good battle bonus. I don't care about the achievements in this run because this isn't going to be my real save file. Let's show Nadia's off. And let's give it a second. Let's show this. I kind of just want to show all the stuff so that people can kind of see everything in the game. Because it's an awesome game. I'm loving it so far. Let's get the babies together, back to back. Perfect. Speaking of perfect,
進軍開始だよ。そこのけそこのけ。どんなもんだ。
it's so incredible. What an amazing game. God, I love them. So all those achievements are basically... I might do an achievement video too, just to show, like, all the stuff the game wants you to do. But that's kind of just related to this whole guide, like the 100% guide. You want to be using all the mechanics, you want to be doing the EX chains, the cross charges, you want to be using quick arts. But, I mean, there's still plenty of game to go. I was already silly enough spending so much time getting the battle bonus stuff. It wasn't that much time, but I'm trying to do it now. It's completely unnecessary with how much game there was left. And little did I know, I was not even in Chapter 1. So this shows you, like, what enemies will be there, what the clear requirement is to move on. So I'm assuming, since it says floor 1 at the top, you're probably, when you have this as a hub, you're probably going to be choosing, like, what floor you want to do, and then it'll tell you, like, the length of it, and how many rooms it has. This one kind of sucks, because both of them have an enemy we haven't seen yet. I'm not sure if for Battle Note completion, the Märchen Garten does not count, because I don't believe it counted in, Hajimari? I don't remember. It should have, but I can't quite remember. So we'll do this one. These are different rewards and setups, so maybe I'm wrong, or maybe these will be random and the third one won't be, because these ones don't have any story cutscenes or anything. So this one's neat because the objective is just to destroy objects. That's it. You don't have to fight a single enemy on this floor if you don't want to, or on this room. I was kind of hoping Swim would have some amount of his marking in the field combat, but it does not seem like that is the case. Please? Why is your side so weird? So yeah, just run around, collect all the stuff. You still cannot get Treasure Hunter or Hawkeye as shard skills. This still is super early in the game, so you really don't have much to work with in terms of some of the more complex mechanics, like shard skills, like party composition isn't really something to care about at this point. It's weird how much I've played this game and I'm still so early that I haven't even gotten into the real depth of the combat. That was a little weird. I found that the rabbits were the most troublesome enemies. They start their attack very quickly. Their tail is hard to see. You kind of just have to get into the rhythm of it. Yeah, I constantly get hit by these stupid rabbits. I found them to be very annoying. But they're still not as bad as some of the enemies in Kuro were. Because you can dodge cancel and everything, you can still fight back a lot more efficiently. Awesome misses, guys. You're really nailing it, kids. Also, I don't believe there's ordnance charging stations or anything, at least in this section. I don't know if in general the or this is going to be more punishing than the TRC. I can't remember if that even had ornament charging and like ways to heal. But it's, I mean, you should have more than enough EP or CPs and crafts to heal. Just be careful. You can still save whenever you want. So this one's interesting. The ones that are a specific Sepith, you can get a quartz, you can get some of the Sepith, or you can get, I mean, another quartz. So so far, I've only done 3 that have given me rewards, and I've basically just gone for do ones you haven't done yet. Like, just get ones you haven't gotten yet. I feel like that's probably a pretty good way to go. Especially if you're not able to read too much and understand what they are. Just go for the new thing. Once I get to a point where I can just freely play this, I'm probably gonna do it for hours and hours. And progress is going to slow down even more than it already is. So things to keep in mind: use the quick arts. Just use the quick arts. These butterflies are also kind of annoying, but it's more just because they attack so weirdly and frequently. I don't know the principles of the X chain. If I think there will be bonuses later on, like link boosts, or if it just takes their base attack stats together. I don't know how it's calculating damage, but it doesn't really. I don't care about min-maxing to that extent. You should never need to care that much. One difference in the combat from Kuro 1 to this is follow-up attacks, like Sklim chains, no longer count to your hit count, which kinda sucks. So the only things to take into account when you're sklimmed with someone is how much damage you think they're going to do, if it will be effective, and if, like how close they are. Like if it's beneficial location-wise. So this is where I first got my 4.0, where I was first trying to make the video on it, and it was just annoying setting up the enemies to be at the right amount of health and everything. So I moved on, and like, this seems like the same level design as when I was here the first time, so not sure. I might have missed a chest. I don't think so. I think I searched everywhere. Yeah, I should be good. Again, not really sure if it would matter. So here's one thing that kind of sucks. You can't go back to the one you didn't do. Even if you complete this, I mean, maybe you can when you have full control, but I'm pretty sure in the tutorial it said you cannot go back and do the one you haven't done. So whenever there's a split, you really need to choose. There's going to be another cutscene coming up.
別にいいよ。あーちゃんが言ったことは大体当たってるし。
その理由は簡単だ。なぜなら俺たちの戦闘スキルは見せびらかすためのものでも屈服させるためのものでもない。相手を殺すための技術だからな。
殺すための技術。
ああ、俺たちはもともとガーデンに所属する殺し屋だ。
それって。あーちゃんにも何人か心当たりあると思うけど、スーちゃんとなーちゃんはそんな自分たちのことが嫌になって数年前に組織から抜け出したんだよね。前に国防外でジンさんがおっしゃっていた庭園の脱走者。もしかしてそれがスウィン君とナーディアちゃんたちのこと。でもいいんですか？ほとんど初対面の私にこんなことを話して。いいんだよ、もともとそのつもりだったし。ナーディアちゃん。
ガーデン、正式名称はフォーガーデン。ソード、ソーン、アウルム、ラストという4つの円から構成された暗殺組織だ。そして円にはそれぞれを統括する管理人が存在する。
ソードのエンペラー、ソーンのメルキオル、アウルムのオランピア、そしてラストのアリオッチ。この4人がガーデンの管理人だね。エンペラーは昔なーちゃんたちがやっつけたけど、残りの3人はアークライド解決事務所が決着をつけてくれたんだよね。
あ
最悪としか言い表せない連中。本当なら元メンバーである俺たちが決着をつけるべきだったかもしれない。だから一つ礼を言いたかったんだ。ありがとうバン、アニエス。
お前ら
この場にいない人にも伝えてくれると嬉しいかな。スウィン君、ナーディアちゃん。はい、必ず伝えます。
ともあれ、これで庭園は4人の管理人を全て失ったってことになる。もう何かしでかすこともねえだろ。
ああ、庭園という組織は実質崩壊したと言ってもいいだろう。これで俺たちの心残りも一つ消えたな。
ゴロゴロのんびりライフに一歩近づいたね。
あとは探し物の方だが、とりあえずはこの仮想空間を。ナーディア、
捕捉したよ。と言っても隠れるつもりはないみたいだけど。
そう警戒しなくてもいいだろう。一応昨日の借りもある。
この声は。
ルーネーかよ。相変わらず性格の悪い登場の仕方だな。
だから名前で呼ぶなと何度。それはともかく、昨日のことについて礼を言いたかったのは本当だ。ついでに色々と聞かせてもらいたいというのも本音だがな。
残念ながら C.I.D の分析官殿に話せるようなことはないけどな。
絶対腹黒いことをいっぱい考えてそうだよね。そのメガネが証拠。それはさすがに偏見なのでは。
あながち間違ってなさそうだがな。
バンさんまで。
別に難しい質問をするつもりはない。そうだな、例えば君たちは本当に2人なのかとかね。
ああ、今は本当に2人だ。これで満足か？
元仮面さんが今どこにいるかはなーちゃんたちも知らないからね。いくら探っても無駄だよ。
それは残念だ。
元仮面さんって一体。キンケイドさんというより C.I.D がかなり警戒している人物みたいですけど。
で、そんなことを聞くためにわざわざこんな仮想空間まで来たのか？
あくまでことのついでだ。忘れたのかバン。これは C.I.D からの依頼でもある。見聞を兼ねて一応手も貸す。つまりはそういうことだ。
そいつは頼もしい子って。
そう ばここって動力ネットを介して接続した空間だったよね。メガネさんはどこから来たんだろう。
少なくともあの事務所からってことはなさそうだな。
ああ、実際に今私がいるのは一区バンタユ地区だ。たとえイーディスの外からでも同じことだろうがな。
便利なもんだぜ。
無駄話はほどほどにして先に進むぞ。時間は無限じゃない。
それはそうですけど、二人は大丈夫なんでしょうか。
人員が一人増えたことだし、テキパキ片付けるか。
なんならなあちゃんが応援係をやろう。
いや、それサボりたいだけだろ。
キンケイドさんが同行することを完全に割り切っているみたいですね。
Back out of that cutscene. That's one of my favorite conversations in the game so far.
訳ありの二人も含めたっぷり働いてもらおうか。
このメガネさん、やっぱり腹黒だ。
せめて報酬くらい欲しいもんだ。
賑やかになりましたね。
That scene is incredible. Between like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but a reference to a certain character that will most likely be very important in this game, that is related to Swin and Nadia's background. Go read 3 and 9, with the Ah-chan versus A-chan moment, which is very cute. I'm surprised they didn't voice that, because it's otherwise can be very difficult to understand, but I'm glad I was able to catch that, because it's a really cute moment. It's a really cute moment and very good foreshadowing towards something that will be very important later on in the game. So this is where I got my 5.0 bonus. I am not sure if I will be able to do it again. I mean, I already can because I don't have an Avenger. But this just goes to show that it is doable. It is, you can replicate it. The problem with the EX chain is the EX chain is going to kill all the rabbits around, and then is going to make the around kill impossible. So instead, we're going to try something else. Of course, she has nothing they're weak to. Awesome. This is problematic. Yeah, whatever. Sick miss, Nadia. It was worth concerning myself with that. So to change, swap a character in, you do L2 and X, and then select who you want. Rune is God tier, is one of the best support characters. Of course, it doesn't matter right now, because he doesn't have anything they're weak to. Okay, that kind of helps. This is what Van's here for. To stall so we get more turns. This is going to be... Okay, that should work. Now this will be troublesome. I'm not going to get the 5, but I'm just trying to get a decent amount from normal play. Because the boss of this section is a little troublesome. Ah, so close. They had like 0 health. Oh. If Nadia had not missed, that probably would have been the around kill. But whatever. We'll get weak. And then we'll finish this off with the boy. Did that one knight still survive? Oh. They're a neat enemy type that's, I believe, new to this game. Nadia, please. Nachan. She's fucking dead. Nadia, no. Oh, are we gonna get revenge here? If you guys could stop missing, that would be sick. Okay. Yeah, so if I hadn't gotten the trophy, I would have gotten the trophy for 4.0 again right there because of Revenger at the end. So Nadia dying was actually a genius strategy. What a queen. Best girl. None of this matters, of course, because none of those achievements are in my main save file. Also, she can't heal herself. So obviously, when you're playing this, you should be caring more about, like, making sure your characters are equipped with, like, just anything you find at this point. Any ring, all the base stats are in English, you should be able to just read what it's buffing. Nothing too complicated so far. My dude Rune. As long as they're not hitting Nadia, that's pretty much all that matters. Long-range bear combat. There is both not that much and an infinite amount of information I could impart upon you in regards to the combat and how I think of it, and how I deal with combat situations in these games. But the reason I love the combat so much is because there's like an infinite amount of stuff to consider. This might actually be really good. There's so much stuff to consider at any moment. And that's what makes all of it so compelling. Yeah, you should be able to tell just by the way I fucking run around everywhere in every combat encounter. I'm moving around so often. But the knights are cool because they buff themselves and each other. They move. God, Swin! Seriously? Oh my god. That is one of the instances where you can tell what stats are pumped for being on Nightmare, and it's all the bullshit ones that mean you get hit constantly. Where did the third knight come from? Bye, Nadia. There's definitely some stuff I would call very annoying about playing on the harder difficulties. But you'll notice I can't run. Because of an enemy advantage, you are stuck in the fight for a while. You can see how many turns you're stuck in it by trying to run outside, because that's another way to escape. So we're just gonna ignore those guys, because they are being troublesome. What's weird is they keep their health damage, which I don't remember if they did. And his red aura he had there is one of the most annoying things. And that is an attack that will immediately put you in enemy encounter, or enemy advantage, regardless of how much health you have. So yeah, we're just kind of trying to get to the end of this chapter now. I might get completely screwed by the boss, because the boss is not a kind opponent. It seems like they kept, also, these ornament covers are great. They're all really nice. I think this is the most personalization they've done to the base character, covers. They're awesome. They look very nice. Ba-ba-ba. So that's the one I got for the 4.0. Sure, why not? There's still so much stuff I need to look into and figure out about this game's combat system in regards to how it works on its own, how it works as compared to Kuro 1. If you can't tell, this is not how I usually play, in that I don't really get destroyed like this. But I'm not gonna sit here, like, fighting super slow, because I'm just trying to show the content. Also, there's just not that much I can do. In terms of ordnance, I can't even upgrade weapons, I can't buy other armor in here. You're very limited in what you can do at this point in the game. I would like if the characters didn't miss so often, that would be kind of dope. Just trying to get everybody topped off before the boss fight. I might even just use items during these, like during this run, just to make things easier, because there's no permanence to this save file. As soon as I'm done with these streams of the chapters, I just delete these saves if I save at all. Because these are just meant to be examples. And, I mean, as long as you know what's going on, it's honestly not too difficult. But it's easy to, like, slip up, make one mistake, and then you're dead. Like, I was fucking destroyed by Jeffrey-san in the first chapter, or in the prologue. I didn't expect to, that was the first time in a long time that I've had to retry in a, Kiseki game. I don't think I had to do it. I completely forgotten when I first played this. When I first started my save file, I started on hard. Because my logic was always, you do Nightmare on New Game Plus. Because if you do hard or Nightmare, or if you do Nightmare on your first run, there's no, you can't go up from there. That's the hardest difficulty. There's no Abyss. And there's no reason to play Abyss anyway. Abyss is a cool idea, but It's not... There's no trophy or anything for it, so I don't really care. But I totally played Kuro New Game Nightmare on my first playthrough. And I beat that game, and it was fun.
なあちゃんはどうかデートスポットにぴったりかな。
女性陣の受けはいいらしいな。リリースしたら人気も出んじゃねえか。
魔獣さえいなければだろうけどな。
まあまだわからないことも多い。最後まで気を抜くなよ。
Talk about date spots. Talking about how this place is going to be really popular with the ladies. So, that would be the boss fight. We are just preparing a little more. Getting some more CP. Because while that boss, I have not retried in my regular save of this game. I have not fallen in battle. But he put the boots to me. He definitely gave me the business. Oh, I also didn't give them arts plugins. Completely forgot about that. Nice. How much is left? Okay, Swin and Nadia. Gan needs some. One of the best ways to just get CP quickly is to just fight. Like, don't go into the battles. Just fight. What you can do is only go into the battle when you know you're going to kill them. Like this. Because you get a ton more CP from killing, and you get CP from entering a battle with a shard attack. The problem is it then sucks in random bystanders, like the jelly. Yeah, so now everyone's full up. I'm just gonna run. Whatever, we'll continue to fight. So now, here's a great thing that Rune can do, especially early game, when all your arts delay sucks. So, Swin's casting. He's gonna cast after the Jello. Not anymore. Just a small little thing that's really, really useful if you know what to do with it. Thank you, Nadia, for the words of support. Of course they go when I don't have anyone that can impede. I don't believe any of these can impede, but I also don't want to use CP. So that would have been a good opportunity to get Canceller if it would have been Dan's turn. Oh, like right now. Awesomeness. So yeah, I'm playing super sloppy, but that should just show you that if you're prepared, even if you know less of the games than I do, or less about them than I do, you'll be able to make it through if you're paying attention. So now I could just shortcut and have Anyas heal everyone. Probably gonna switch her in instead of Renee for the fight, because she can put the shields on everyone. I don't know why I keep accepting those. I just want that little exclamation point to go away. So we'll save just in case. And this will be the boss fight and the end of this weird chapter that I don't know how to translate. I'm stupid! That's where we entered. Wait, no it isn't. Did I not? What didn't I do? That doesn't make any sense. Did the game glitch or something? That's where we came from. What happened? I completed the goal of the chapter, or of the level. Why is it telling me to return to where I started? I don't think this happened last time. I don't think that happened at all. This is where we started, and then that's where you go at the end. Because that doesn't work to anywhere else. Did it glitch, or am I just completely forgetting this happened before? Because the active voice played up there. I'm pretty sure that's where it ends. Well, whatever. We're still gonna get to progress, so... You can return to where you've been before. You can go back. I don't know if that respawns the enemies. Weird that it showed slimes were gonna be there. I guess because the chapter ends right after the boss fight here. You probably explore the rest of this area. Yeah, hopefully we can do this without getting screwed. Yeah, you can Grendel. I forgot. Yeah, he's got a lot of health. You can tell he's got a lot of health because he's got significantly more health than Zolga did in the unwinnable boss fight. Yeah, it's a cool Minotaur design. I don't really know what to set up because he's gonna go before us. So he's gonna hit us. Nothing I can really do about that. I guess buff everyone. So yeah, he's a debuffer. With blind, poison, and weak maybe? I don't really know. I've not played enough of this one to know all the stuff. Märchen Garten. And I haven't done these enough to remember specifically what each of these are. I believe this one's like... I think they're both attack downs. The regular attack is physical defense down. This is slow, and maybe impede? I don't know. And this one is important. That's hate up, and I think that's magic defense down. And then this is obviously his scraft. And then that's defend. Oh, he has a heal one. Or a recover or something? Or is it just revert from Grendel? That's cool. Huh. I don't understand why you'd want to do that, but, you know, that's how it be. So we want his attention on us. And those last two cost EP, which is very good. As opposed to the CP it costs 1. Also, one really cool thing about Grendel, of course I'm not within range, is that he supports and sclums and does all the normal stuff. But he does it to, he also does a actual follow-up. Like a physical attack. I don't know if Zero Arts for Grendel is going to let me do his EP moves for free. No, it won't. So Zero Arts for Grendel is just pointless. Awesome! Guess we'll do... Please? Yeah, let's go with Nadia. Anius. Do that. And then just 3 punches. So this should go, this should do a decent amount of damage. What's about to happen to this man. It seemed like that muted him. There's a really cool thing I learned in this fight. We might be able to showcase it. So now he is going to get hurt pretty bad. With my boys. That should do a pretty good amount of damage. Oh god, Swin's just dead. How did that happen? I don't remember if this revives. We'll see. It does not. This did not happen in the first run. I guess he wasn't in the original Shield casting. But whatever. Just use an item. This save file doesn't really matter. That just shows you how quickly things can go down. Also, this is a rough first boss. He can debuff you, he buffs himself. It's pretty absurd. I love when they start oh my god, he is doing an absolutely wretched amount of damage. What is happening? Who thought this was okay and have as the first boss? Well, they're probably dead again anyway. I don't really have many opportunities to do anything. And he's going again. Because it delays! Awesome! Oh god, Renee, you're not. You're not prepared for this. Just die, Renee. I appreciate that you want to come into the fight. Oh, he's got a crit too, of course he does. God, I love when they start a craft and then do it immediately. It's so funny. This isn't a bad start. I haven't learned much from that first thing, because it was just, everyone's dead. There wasn't much to learn. So if you were playing on any lower difficulty, you'd be able to retry or retry with making the enemy easier to deal with. That's not really what we're going for here, so I'm just retrying, just normally. She's got an art that buffs their magic defense and attack, so that's pretty good. So an important thing I could have done is equip someone with the art Escuria, which is the... well, maybe it's not Escuria. Just be more wary of the debuffs he could do, which is all of them, pretty much. So... but just do what we were gonna do before anyway. Just do it again. Hey, let's just do 3 big hits. See if we can slow him. Of course not. Awesome. You take care of that, Grendel. God, I love that it inflicts slow delay. Oh, awesome. So cool. Do that, that'll be good. God, he is really a straight demon. So, This should be fine as it's going. So here's an important thing about how boost works in this game. And it was the same way it worked in Kuro 1. It's a neat little thing that I definitely don't think was ever intentional. So that was his last turn, right? Oh, that was his last turn as Grendel, though. Ah, it was pointless what I did. So you can see on the right side of the screen, when I was hit by the gas attack, there were those little shields that came up. Those are the activation of these shard skills that defend against those specific ailments. Yeah, this fight's kind of just grueling immediately. So what I was gonna say... Of course she missed! What I was gonna say is that was their last turns of S-Boost, but Van still has his +1. He still has 1 level of boost. So, I'm not gonna do this anymore, I'm gonna do something different. That's pretty similar. So, you can do your 3 turns of S-Boost, and then end with an S-Break, and actually get 4 turns of boost. I think on the actual S-Break, in Kuro 1, it would take away the bonuses of you being boosted, but it would still allow you to do your S-Craft. So, because your boost wears off when it is your turn again, not after your last turn with it. So, that's a neat little quirk. Just gonna put the shield back on him, because that's really the only way to stay alive when he's doing this much damage. So instead, I'm just gonna become Grendel again. And just S-boost him twice, and then switch to Swin, and do his S-Craft, and we'll see how that works in Kuro 2. So it costs 200 CP to turn into Grendel, and you get 100 CP back. So it essentially only costs 100, but you need to be at 200 in order to activate it. I'm not even going to use his S-Craft, actually. So I'm just going to boost him once. I'm saving his S-Craft for the finisher, the closer. And I forgot to do Swins. Awesome. Continue to put the debuffs on everyone. Guess we can use some CP. God, now he's doing baby damage. It's absurd. Why was he so difficult? Yeah, you just gotta take your time, be more prepared. So, now he should be about to be murdered. This should go very poorly for him the next few seconds. I don't know if this will be enough, though. Let's hope. Oh, she missed, so it doesn't matter. Awesome! Your plans don't matter! Now it won't even work, it won't even matter. I don't know, maybe it will? So what I was trying to do was, Grendel is the only character, through the way his combat works, that can do basic attacks that can do an EX chain S-Craft. He's the only one in the game that can do an EX chain S-Craft. So we'll see if it'll work, because this will stun him, and then he'll do his S-Craft. He can also combo into his S-Craft. Yeah. So he's still stunned at least. Oh! That's another quirk, huh? Van and Grendel aren't the same character. Ooh, we learn new things every day. That's why I love this series. Van and Grendel aren't the same character. So when he switches from Grendel, he can do his S-Craft again. Ooh, ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's tech. Oh, that's deep. But I don't have any S boost, so I can't even take advantage of this. Oh, but we learned something new. And he'll end the fight anyway. That was totally worth the mistake. Bye, buddy. You kicked my ass in the first round, but then I took my time and stood no chance. The shield is definitely why you want Agnes on your team for this fight instead of Rene. Because he can, as you saw, he can get into a groove where he kills you and you really can't do anything to stop him. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the prologue, intermission, intro, whatever it would be called. Now it's just gonna be the closing cutscene.
あのピンクの子、なんか怖いことを言ってるんだけど。それなんだけど、ちょっと見過ごせないことがあってね。実はこの仮想空間が乗っ取られて改造された時に、動力ネット上から膨大な量の情報を取り込んだみたいなのよね。で、あんたたちが第一階層を攻略したことで、その中の一部が取り出し可能になったのよ。もちろんほとんどはゴミ情報だけど、普段はネットの深層に隠された情報や暗号化された情報も紛れているみたい。というわけで、念のためあんたの端末に転送しておいてあげたわ。ま、今回に限って特別よ。それに私は有能なフォローだから、このくらいは大したことないわ。とにかく力を貸せるのはここまでよ。あとは自分たちで何とかなさい。
アルマータの遺産か。
アルマータ、もうこの名前を聞くことはないと思っていましたが。
ああ、俺たちにしても二度と聞きたくなかった名前だな。
うん、もしかしてお二人も
庭園絡みで奴らと因縁でもあったか。
いや、俺たちはアルマータと直接の関係はない。あるとしたらクレイユ村の方だ。
もう2年前か。いろんなことを片付けた後にふらりと立ち寄って、骨休みがてらみんなでのんびりして、ガレットなんかもお腹いっぱい食べて、なあちゃんの人生史上でも最高にまったりできたんじゃないかな。
ああ、それで気づいたら一月も滞在してしまっていたな。
そうだったんですか。そういえばあの時村で聞いたような。 ケネシスが反応を。
去年と同じパターンだな。こいつが光ったってことは確実に何かがあるってことだ。
バンさんでしたら私も。
気持ちはわかるが、お前は学校だろうが、しかも学芸祭の準備が忙しい時期だしな。
ですが。
心配しなくても他の女子たちにも声をかける。人手不足なんてことにはなんねえから、ここは俺に任せておけ。
そうですね。この時期にあまり欠席していたらアラミス星の本分も果たせませんし。
さて、そうなると割と長めの出張になりそうだ。事務所の方はしばらく留守になるが。そういえばスイン、ナディア、お前らの予定は？
どういう風にやるかはまだ決まってないけど、首都で探し物の情報を集めてみようと思うの。
そういうわけで当分はこっちに滞在するつもりだ。
だったらちょうどいい。本当はあの室長の連絡が来る前から言おうと思ってたんだが。お前らに一つ提案がある。
So that's the end of the chapter. I was very shocked when this came up. It's a very weird small chapter, but it's got it's great. All the story stuff is great. I'm very excited where you go. Already getting the fucking gladiator pieces, so that's awesome. Yeah, there's not much to miss, not much to mess up. The only thing is really just beating it on Nightmare, and I just wanted to continue this so you can have all the cutscenes and all the dialogue and stuff in one playlist. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. So I'll probably be, because Chapter 1, spoilers, Chapter 1 is the first chapter that has the split story, side A, side B stuff going on. So I'll probably do, I mean, I still have to play them myself. I don't know if you need to switch back and forth, like Hajimari, or if it is going to be play all of side A, then play all of side B, and they will converge, or the chapter will just end. Because it's a really cool idea, and I watched the first cutscene of both, and I'm very excited about both of them. So I might do, depending on how long the chapter is, I might either split it up, or I will do a side A video and a side B video. And those will be separate. But I still need to actually go through and play those, and make sure I do all the side quests, get all the chests, get everything done. So yeah, hopefully this video was nice and useful. You get to see more of Nadia and Swin, which is great. Nadia discriminates against people that wear glasses, so that's pretty